Reaching today's consumer is a difficult task, and the ability to do it and do it consistently is probably one of the greatest challenges a marketer has today. And for us at McDonald's, I'll use the introduction of our campaign, I'm Loving It, which we introduced in 2003. Introducing that campaign was critical to our turning our business around, having our brand become viewed as more contemporary and modern. But at the same time, the ability to get people exposed to it, while still television was important, it was just as important that we use the other vehicles people, particularly younger people, are focused on these days. So that led us obviously into the area of digital. And in the digital area, there are almost an infinite number of channels, if you will, that you need to use to reach consumers. And at the same time, how you do it is different than what you would do in some of the more traditional media areas because of how people engage and how they absorb the information coming off of the internet or a website or so forth. So the work that we did with I'm Loving It really had two components to help us with that. The first was we spent a great deal of time figuring out the music, because the one thing that we do know transcends all different types of consumers and allows you to work in nearly all vehicles in media is music. And so music became very critical, very foundational to that campaign, or the current campaign of I'm Loving It. The second thing is that we recognize that just because people see it doesn't mean they hear it, and just because they hear it doesn't mean they see it. So it was very important for us to develop some sounds and also some colors that over time, as people heard them over and over, they would automatically associate with McDonald's and with our campaign. So the colors of red and yellow became very important. We use them in almost every communication in some way, shape, or form that's visual. And then from an audio point of view, we took a little 5 notes, ba 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 ba, and made those something we use consistently, to the point that today 90% of the people, if they hear those 5 notes, will associate those notes with McDonald's and I'm Loving It. The lesson for us, and I think the lesson for any marketer today, is that with the different media vehicles that you have, the multiplicity of ways that consumers gain and are exposed to information, it's critical that you give them something that they can identify with. That I, as a marketer, in this instance McDonald's, develop as part of our communication a consistent look, colors, and sounds, ba 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 ba, that allows a person to at least know it's us, and that can work across a multiplicity of vehicles.